Follow the channel and stay tuned for learning videos.
See, so whenever we are working with dynamics, we often need with what are the fields available for CRM, kind of instead of opening customization solutions every time, we can have one tool. Okay, so how can we install the tool is like if you go to browser here, you will have the extensions, right? Click on visit manage extensions or visit Chrome store. Whenever you look for it here, you will have level up for Dynamics 365 Power Apps. If you search for it, you will find this one. You can install it. Okay, add to Chrome. So whenever you did add extension, it will ask. Once it is done, if you see in the browser, you are getting this in the extension. Okay, now how it helps. Now I will tell. So yesterday I created different privileges for both you guys, right? So I want to test those. Okay. So to see that one here in this level up, we will have a concept called impersonation. Impersonation means instead of someone, you will be logged in with his credit login, and you will be seeing. Okay. So I will try for. This is the correct alias only, right? Mhm.
Yes.
Mhm. Second, let me open another app. Now if you see, it found this user. I am doing impersonate. Now, if you see here it will show. So ideally, I logged in with my account, but still I'm able to impersonate with this LUT1 person. And if you see, for whatever access this person has, I will replicate it, whether it could be the apps, records, everything. Okay, if I click on this one, I could see only one app because this with this access, Sanjay was able to do only log into this app. He was able to do only create the deal records because he has the deal privileges. So he can create a new deal record. Okay. Now if you see again it gone. So you shouldn't refresh, okay? If you refresh, it will go. Now if you see, if you click on products, I can see whatever the products you can see like that. Similarly, Sanjay has the capability to create records, so he was able to do. So if I log in with the Qasim's, so what will happen? He has only read-only access, right? He can't create records. He will just see the records, right? So if I try that one, first I have to switch back to admin, then it will work. Reset. Qasim is also able to see. Now if you go to deal, so if you see deal, he is not able to see any record. Why? For the deals, we haven't given the privilege to see the records, right? We just given to see the his own records or something. Products he is able to see, but here also he is not able to see the plus new. Earlier we are seeing the plus new, right? Do you see here? You don't have access to edit this record. We didn't give the option to edit for his. So like this, in the real time, we will be controlling the access at entity level with different security roles. Okay, so if you click on this check access, you will see what you can do, see who has access direct class. This is the role you has. So this is the business unit, this is the team you are part of. Access level is read, who has access. If you click on write, okay, understood. Okay. Now today we will be continuing the, so this tool you can use for a number of things, not only for impersonate. You will have forms. So if you click on logical name, so for every field we are creating have this logical name. So you can get this logical name without going to maker portal. Also you can see blur fields. You have guard mode like this. All these we will try to use all of them in or during our plugin development, TypeScript development or JavaScript development. Okay, so here you will have open list. This is kind of opening a new tab. So try to explore on your own. I will also try to cover each thing. So it is opened a new tab with the deep. So open list means opening a table view like that. So we will have too many tools. So if you have the GUID, you can directly open the record, open record by ID, create a new record directly from anywhere. If you want to click on solutions, you can mailboxes. This is kind of a handy tool. Instead of navigating through too many screens, from directly you can try it from here. Okay, so install this extension to your browser. Try to leverage. Okay, now I'm just going back to my login. Okay, so yesterday we have seen settings, right? So what we were doing under system security, we have seen the different concept. One is business unit. In the business unit, we have seen like for every, if you want to organize your business into groups, we will be using high level business units. Under that business units, you will be creating the teams. So in the teams, you will be adding the users and you will be giving the respect to security roles. In that respect to security roles, you will be handling the privilege, what you want to do, everything. Okay. Now coming back to teams here again, if you whenever you click on teams, so this is opening admin power platform teams. While creating teams yesterday, if you observe, we have seen options, right? So creating, while creating the team, it was asking, if you see these are the same teams we have by default. Now whenever you create a team, here if you have team type, you have owner team, you have access team, you have Microsoft Intra ID security group, you have Microsoft Intra office group. So yesterday we created owner teams. Today we will be trying access team. Okay. So how does access team helps? Okay. Now if you see for deal, you have a concept called owner. So here in this owner team, you are assigning directly which team you want to be. It could be Kerala managers or it could be Telangana managers, like that you can assign. Okay. Like this. But if you want, so for the, this is the our user or team type entity. So you are getting owner, so you are controlling. But suppose for the product entity, this is a organization type, we don't have owner field. Still we want to control the access, who can do everything. So in such scenarios, we will be using this access teams concept. Okay. So product access team, business unit. Okay. So how to create access teams? You just created access team here, right? Now go to that product team. Here you can look for access. If you open this one, it will open it some kind of template. If you see this is a product team. So in this you can add the team members who want to be part of. Okay. Suppose if I want to add in this access team, I can add both units members. Here I can add LUT1, I can add LUT2. So in the difference between product owner team and access team, in the owner team we can add a single type, same business unit. Okay, but with this you can add anything. Okay, suppose if I change it to Kerala also, that doesn't matter because in this Kerala business unit access team, I'm able to add both users. Okay, but if you have the actual owner type, it can't go beyond the business unit. Okay, that is the advantage with it. Now, how to add a access team to this table? So let's see that. Go to maker portals. Now if you see the properties of this table, so you have an access team is disabled. Create a team of users that can access this rows based upon the security template. So we will be having, we should create, enable this one first thing. Let me enable for table. So I'm just enabling at the entity level property. Okay, so now we just created access team. Now I want to create the access team template. If you go to security, you will be having access team template as well. So here you will be creating for what entity you want to create it for. So access team. Now if you see here, you have opportunity and deal only because I enabled it for deal. So you could see, okay. Now you can define the what he can do, delete up and do. So earlier Qasim was unable to see, right? Now I am giving read permission to Qasim. Okay, let's give the right as well. So in this my access team, what I'm giving read and write to the. Now to add users to the access team, we should add the access team to the form. Okay, let's go back to make any changes in the form. We have to go to form, right? So go to form. I'm going main form. We should add a access team subgrid. Okay, for that purpose, we have to insert a subgrid component. Here, if you see, you will have users. We need to switch users. Mailbox sync errors. Processions teams. Mhm. You need to look for users issues. Created record. Otherwise, let me publish. Actually, we should get the associated record team members. Okay. Let me publish the settings. Click on Discord. Save and publish. Mhm. So sometimes if you have already open publishing event, if you do it again, it will say like this. I'm doing publish all customizations again. So once it is done, you can open again. So sometimes with this new designer, maker put designer, sometimes you won't get that. Let me try with classic as well. So how to open classic designer? We have to click on three dots. Let me try it again and see. Subgrid, teams. Let me try with classic. It's to classic. So here also we can insert the subgrids. Click on this section, go to insert. You want to insert subgrid, right? So click on this icon. Okay. Here if we see only related records, here only related except users associated. All user access teams. So we have to click on teams only. Ideally we should get users here. Let me try. All user teams. Enter a subgrid name. Access team. label name shouldn't contain any space or extra characters. So must start with an alpha. Where it is. Now it is done. I'm going to save and publish. Mhm. Now we click on save and close. It will open. I will just do a hot refresh here. I didn't get my changes. I will try to use this cache. So here new team, add existing team. So I want to add existing. So if you see, you are getting all teams, right? So where is access team? Mhm. Store managed in is to manage the teams. Can only create a shared application uses disk code changes. Mhm. That's what I'm doubting this only. Ideally, we should get different experience. Let me. Okay, let's. So I was asking you to use ChatGPT, right? In the ChatGPT also, I was. We have different tools. So if you see, whenever you log into ChatGPT, in general, we will ask like unable to set up access teams like that. You will say, right? So instead of searching like this one, so we can install some kind of tools wrappers for the ChatGPT. Now, if you see, for me, I have Power Apps Pro like this. You have added now. So why it will be what it will do? If you search normally, it won't give. Suppose if you search normal field, it will think it will think about normal field in the agriculture. It will do different, right? But if you search in this wrappers, it will search for only respective. So see, it is asking, could you please share complete question about Microsoft Dynamics? So whatever you type, it will, as we are everyday searching with the field Dynamics 365, it is asking at least. But if you if you search normally in ChatGPT or without logging anything, it will give different results. So to avoid that kind of results, what we will be doing, we will be using this wrappers. So what will happen if you search here? It will purely do the search with respect to the CRM only, CRM Power Apps. Okay, getting so now what is our question? Unable to set up access teams in Dynamics. Give the step by step. Use an access team. We have system administrator step 1. Enable access team on the table. Table level we have enabled. Open the table properties, enable access teams. Create an access team template. We did. For the deal entity we have did is create a new access team template. Create an access team template. Select access rights we have selected. Add access team subgrid to the form without insert grid. All records displayable. Entity is users. Entity is users. But we are not getting right. I'm just removing this one. Configure use set user existing template select opportunity. Record all record types. Users. Records all record displayable. Entity users default view associated view. Associated view. Associated recording members. Okay. Now using my access team. So what we did mistake, we are looking this users without selecting the checking. If you select this one, it is showing whatever the related to this entity. But ideally, we should select users table. Okay, now if you select the associated recording members, now it asks to template. We have my access team template right here. If you see, this is the one. So you can choose this one. Done. So now it will add a access teams. Save and publish. So like this, we can use ChatGPT as well if you miss anything, the configuration stuff. Okay. So here users select read privileges, access team not stable, table not enough. So these kind of issues subject not gonna like this we need to troubleshoot and we should find it. Otherwise it will take a lot of time to write. So these tools will help you to either it could be ChatGPT or Office 365 Copilot anything. If you want to do anything from scratch, you can ask them to give the step by step. It will give. Now I am doing this refresh. It's not yet gone. Publish all customizations. Let me refresh. Refresh. Now if you see now access team is added. Now if you see if you whatever the user you add. So earlier Kasim was not able to see these records, right? Now I want to add for his. Okay. Now he will get the read and write. He's added. So I will just impersonate again with his login. I can just impersonate.
Risho, what is the meaning of impersonate? I mean, what exactly
Instead
is
of current logged in user, you are trying to log in with other person. Impersonate.
okay? Uh,
Impersonate in the general word. It's general word only. So instead of current you are owning, you are
mm-hmm.
using others login. Impersonate means instead of you.
Okay, okay, okay.
So here now we see earlier for the deals, do you able to see
No.
the deals for him? No. Now
Oh,
if you see at the grid level, you are still not seeing the button.
mm,
But if you grid button, but if you open the deal record, here you could see the you can modify because you have write privilege.
yes, yes. Here we are unable to see that option. We don't have a read permission.
Yeah. So
Yeah.
that's how it will. So for this record, if you want to add any external person to get access, you will be using access teams.
Okay.
Understood?
Yes,
So
yes.
this will so if you see if you have multiple deals, but he is not able to see other deals. He has access to only this deal. That's why he is able to see this. He's modified. He is not able to create a new deal as well. So like this, it's kind of a sharing a record instead of a single. So we will have share option, assign share, right? So instead of this share option, we will be using access team template. So here we can add multiple members. Getting so this is the one of the way. Okay. And if
Okay.
you let's go back to our security concept. So here we have in the teams we have other right owner teams, access team, and security groups and Azure security in right. So the remaining two will be used for Azure access related. Okay. And next thing is column security profile. Now, till now, what you are doing, you are able to control it table level. Suppose if you want to control this name as well, if you want this name should be appear for only particular persons, or this owner should be applied for a particular person edit. So within that, if you want to control field level, we will be using column security profile. So if you see, let me create a field here. The deals, like, let me create a deal amount. So if you scroll down, enable column security, whether the data in the column is secured at higher level than the table. So even though you have table access, if you have the security profile only, you will be able to see whether the data in the column is secured at the higher level than the table. Means if you have the access to table, that is not sufficient. If you have to have the access to that particular amount, this field as well. Okay, then only you will see. Let's see this behavior. So whenever you add this field, you will get a key symbol on the form. Let's add the to form and we will explore. Now, now if you see like this, you are getting log symbol. If you add to form, now if you see here, it's not able to, he's not able to see the values what it's not. We don't have any value. Still, he's not able to see because to have access to this field, to see this field, we should have a separate. It doesn't having to access to this entity, having to access this record won't sufficient. You should have a access to this field as well. So for that purpose, we will be creating the profiles. So I'm just creating like deal amount profile. So here all columns which have the field security profile, they will be appear here. See LUT deal amount. So here you can define what he can do. What read? Do you want to give read privilege? Means it will appear. If you want to give update, it will update like this. Okay. So I'm just giving read only first, then we will see the other two. So what will happen now? I just created the profile, added that. Now if you open this one, here you will have the users. Have you added any users? No. Now I want to add my team. So product access team, I'm just adding it. Access teams we can't add it. That is on learning. Let me add that costing only. Now I will do refresh. Okay, now earlier it was giving number asterisk asterisk. Now it is showing just read only, just lock field. So the asterisk means you are not able to, you shouldn't see. Now it is blank and locked. It doesn't have any value, right? That's why you are unable to see anything. So now I will add permission. I will change the column permission. So instead of read only, I will give these other two as well. So create means while creating the record, if you have permissions, you will be able to fill the value. Update means you are able to update the records. Now if you see deal amount, it is locked now. If I do refresh, you can enter the data now. Yes, hot reload. Now if you see, now you got this symbol and you are able to enter a number. This is currency, right? You should enter some. Understood what do you mean by field security, how it helps. Field security profile, column security profile, both are same. Because column or field we will be using, right? Mm. Okay. Now, for the continuation of here security, we will having hierarchy security and position security. So in general, we will have managers. Manager will have the GMs like that. We'll have the different hierarchy, right? To use that hierarchy, we will be using this hierarchy security, and in the position security, we will be using manager kind of thing. Okay, if you see, so here we will be defining the name, what is the parent position. For each position, suppose for assistant, he will be having a manager. For manager, he will be having a GM. For the GM, he will be having AGM, something like that, right? So we can create that kind of positions and we can use. Similarly, for the hierarchy also, we can define the hierarchy. So this hierarchy security and position security, we will try to, while doing the assignments, we will try to have some meaningful, and we will try, if you see by default it is disabled. Enable position hierarchy, enable manager hierarchy. So how much depth you want to configure. If you see on see enable is 3 levels. For what tables you want to implement this one hierarchy, you have to choose. Hmm. Let's see. Now see, for every user record, if you open from here, you will be having one position field and one manager field. If you are using manager field for this records of views, if you see manage user in Dynamic 365, it will open a system user record. This is with his login, so I'm just switching back to my login. Now if you see here, if you have manager, so you can set who is the manager for him. So if you are setting manager for him and you are using manager hierarchy, whatever the records he has access, all those things I can see. Whatever so because basically I am manager for him, right? So whatever the operations this person is doing, I can do everything. I can review everything like that. So for each, if you maintain, if you position for this one, we haven't created any position, but if you created any positions as well, so based upon the positions, like suppose if you have, so the difference between manager hierarchy and position hierarchy, manager hierarchy works within the same BU, whereas position hierarchy works across the BU. Okay, so we will try to have some good examples, and I will try to give an assignment as well. You just try to explore everything. So yesterday, why Sanjay was not able to get access to the only this app, because he has only SNAQ business app role. Okay, if you see here, I'm just given the manager roles, right? So apart from system administrator, he should have he has only SNAQ business manager or SNAQ. So that's why he's able to see only. Now what I will do, I am giving back his role. So how do we give? We have to go to users. This will open admin power platform. I want to look for LUT one. Now earlier he has only one role, right? If you see, he will have only SNAQ business management. Now I'm giving the administrator and customizer. Now he can see all apps. He can do whatever he want to do. He can create tables as well now. Earlier it won't work for him. Okay, so I'm changing for him to. So if you want to try anything, you can just give the security tool to the other user, and you just do impersonate. Okay, getting.
Yeah.
Now if we go now if we go here, you have application users and you have allow MCP clients. Thus allow MCP is a like model context protocol. This is a new thing. So for every software product, they are introducing the MCP. MCP means this is the tool we will be using in the AI agents. So what is MCP? Everything we will see in detail later in one session. Like I will give complete overview of AI. What are the tools we have for a CRM? What we need to know everything. I will discussing about Copilot Studio. But right now, if you want to onboard any MCP external API here, you will be using this one. And if you click on this application users, so application user, basically we will have the users, right? These are the normal logged in users. So this application users, these will be used for the pipelines. This will be using at the app level. So app level means it's not direct interactive login credentials. These are the apps which will be used in the from Microsoft Intra. So application users. So this will be used for integration purpose. Okay. Any questions here?
No, Harish.
So so yesterday and today we cover this entire security part. You just explore as much as you can. If you come with questions, if you come with blockers, we can have good deep dive. Okay. So I will also try to give a complete assignment today's concept as well with covering yesterday's. Tomorrow we will be seeing this data management or auditing. Okay.
Okay,
Any
Harish.
questions? Oh, thank you.
Thank you, Harish. Thank you, Sanjay.